Picture this: you've got someone in your life who's always there, no questions asked, the kind of person who shows up with coffee when you're stressed or listens patiently when you're venting about your bad day. They're steady, loyal, and make you feel like you've got a rock-solid ally. Now imagine betraying that person, breaking their trust in a way that cuts deep. If that person is a Taurus, you're about to make a mistake you'll regret for a long time. Welcome to our deep dive into the world of Taurus, the grounded earth sign born between April 20th and May 20th, ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Taurus folks are known for their unwavering loyalty, their big hearts, and a stubborn streak that makes them both charming and formidable. Today, we're unpacking 18 reasons why betraying a Taurus is a choice you'll wish you never made. From their fierce devotion to their ability to shut you out with a smile, we're covering it all. So grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's explore why crossing a Taurus is a decision that'll leave you kicking yourself. Whether you've got a Taurus friend, partner, or family member, or you're just curious about this zodiac sign, you're in for a treat as we break down what makes Taurus so special and why betraying them is a one-way ticket to Regret City. 1. Loyalty that's hard to match. Imagine having someone in your corner who's there through every storm, no matter how rough things get. That's a Taurus for you, with a loyalty that feels like a warm blanket on a chilly night. These folks don't just say they've got your back, they prove it time and again, whether it's showing up to help you pack for a big move or listening patiently when you're unraveling after a tough day. They're the ones who remember the little things, like your favorite coffee order or that story you told them months ago, and they weave that care into everything they do. Betraying a Taurus is like throwing away a winning lottery ticket, because you're walking away from someone who'd never even consider leaving you in the lurch. Their devotion is the kind that builds trust you can lean into, and once you break that, you're left with a void that's hard to fill. You'll find yourself missing the way they made you feel safe and valued, wondering why you ever thought you could find that kind of steadfastness anywhere else. 2. Their heart is all in. When a Taurus cares about you, they don't hold back, they dive in with a heart so full it could light up the darkest days. Whether it's a friendship that feels like family or a romance that's all warmth and comfort, they give their all, pouring their energy, time, and love into making you feel cherished. They're not the type to play it cool or keep things surface level, they build connections that are deep and meaningful, like a house you can live in forever. If you betray them, you're not just hurting their feelings, you're tearing down something they've crafted with intention and care. That kind of betrayal cuts them to the core, because they've invested so much of themselves in you. You'll see the pain in their eyes, even if they try to hide it, and you'll realize too late that you've damaged a bond that was built to last. Losing their trust means losing access to that incredible, all-in love, and that's a regret that lingers like a song stuck in your head. 3. Stubborn, but in a good way. Let's talk about that famous Taurus stubbornness, which is honestly one of their most lovable traits when you're on their good side. It's not about being difficult or rigid, it's about a fierce dedication to what they believe in and the people they hold dear. They're the ones who'll stick to their principles even when the world's shouting at them to give in, and that same resolve shows up in their relationships. They're committed to making things work, to showing up consistently, and to building something real. But when you betray a Taurus, that stubbornness turns into a fortress you can't breach. They'll plant their feet firmly and decide you're no longer welcome in their world, and good luck trying to change their mind. It's not that they're unforgiving out of spite, it's that their loyalty runs so deep that betrayal feels like a personal attack on their values. You'll find yourself facing a quiet, unshakable wall, and you'll wish you'd never pushed them to raise it in the first place. 4. They don't forgive easily. Betraying a Taurus is like dropping a stone into a still pond, the ripples keep going long after the initial splash. These folks feel things deeply, and when you break their trust, it's not something they can just shrug off with a quick apology. Their heart holds on to the hurt, not out of malice, but because they process emotions with a depth that's almost poetic. You might think a heartfelt sorry will smooth things over, but for a Taurus, betrayal is a wound that festers, a memory that lingers like the scent of rain on a quiet evening. They're not quick to hand out second chances, and it's not about being cold, it's about protecting themselves from being hurt again. You'll find yourself wishing you could turn back time, because the door to their forgiveness is heavy, and once it's closed, it takes a Herculean effort to pry it open. That lingering regret will hit you every time you realize they're no longer in your corner, a reminder of the bond you broke. 5. Their cold shoulder is brutal. If you've ever felt the warmth of a Taurus's presence, you know it's like basking in the glow of a cozy fireplace. But when you betray them, that warmth vanishes, replaced by a chill that's as sharp as a winter morning. Taurus doesn't need to raise their voice or make a scene to let you know you've crossed a line, they simply withdraw, and that silence is louder than any argument. You'll miss the way they used to greet you with a smile that felt like home, or the easy way they made you feel included. Now, their gaze slides past you, their responses are polite but distant, and you're left with a hollow ache where their affection used to be. It's not drama, it's a boundary, and Taurus draws it with precision. You'll find yourself craving the comfort they once offered, only to realize you've been locked out of their world, and that icy distance will make you rethink every choice that led you there. 6. Trust is their currency. For a Taurus, trust isn't just a nice to have, it's the foundation of every relationship, the currency they trade in with the people they care about. They offer it carefully, like a gardener tending to a rare flower, and when you earn it, it's a gift that feels solid and true. But betray that trust, and you've burned a bridge they spent years building. It's like taking their life savings and setting it on fire, they'll never look at you the same way again. They don't hand out trust lightly, so when you break it, you're not just hurting them, you're dismantling something sacred. You might try to make amends, but rebuilding what you've destroyed is like trying to piece together a shattered vase, it'll never be quite the same. You'll feel the weight of that loss every time you see them move on, knowing you've forfeited something irreplaceable, a regret that gnaws at you in quiet moments. 7. They'll cut you out cleanly. Taurus doesn't do messy breakups or drawn-out conflicts, they're too grounded for that. When you betray them, they don't lash out or drag things into a soap opera, they simply remove you from their life with a calm, surgical precision that's almost unsettling. One day, you're part of their inner circle, sharing laughs and plans, the next, you're on the outside, wondering how it happened so fast. They don't ghost you in a childish way, they just close the door quietly and lock it behind them. You'll notice their absence in the little things, no more late-night texts, no more invites to their cozy gatherings, no more of that steady presence you took for granted. It's not about revenge, it's about self-preservation, and Taurus is a master at it. You'll be left with a pang of regret, realizing you've lost a connection that was as reliable as the sunrise, and there's no going back. 8. They're your rock. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, and when it does, a Taurus is the one you want in your corner. They're the friend who picks up the phone at 2 a.m. when you're stranded, the partner who helps you navigate a crisis with a calm that feels like a lifeline. Their steady presence is like an anchor in a storm, keeping you grounded when everything else is spinning out of control. But betray them, and that rock-solid support disappears, leaving you to face the chaos alone. You'll find yourself reaching for their number, only to remember they're no longer there, and that realization hits like a punch. You didn't just lose a friend or lover, you lost a foundation, someone who made the hard days bearable. The regret will creep in when you're facing life's next challenge, wishing you still had their unshakable strength to lean on, knowing you threw it away. 9. Their generosity dries up. Taurus folks have a knack for making you feel spoiled in the best way, whether it's with thoughtful gifts, their undivided attention, or the effort they put into making you smile. They love sharing their time and resources, turning ordinary moments into something special, like cooking you a hearty meal or surprising you with something you mentioned in passing. But when you betray them, that generous spirit vanishes, and you're left with the stark reality of what you've lost. No more impromptu coffee runs, no more of their warm hospitality, no more of those little gestures that made you feel cared for. They don't pull back to be mean, it's just that their heart's no longer in it, and Taurus doesn't fake what they don't feel. You'll miss the way they made life feel richer, and the emptiness of their absence will remind you of the cost of your betrayal every time you wish for one of their thoughtful touches. 10. They're secretly strategic. Don't let their laid-back vibe fool you, Taurus has a sharp mind and a knack for playing the long game. They might seem chill, content to enjoy life's simple pleasures, but beneath that calm exterior is a strategist who knows how to plan and protect what matters. When you betray them, you're not just dealing with hurt feelings, you're up against someone who's already 3 steps ahead. They'll quietly reassess, adjust, and move forward in ways that leave you scrambling to keep up. Maybe they'll redirect their energy to new opportunities or tighten their circle, but whatever they do, it'll be deliberate and effective. You'll realize too late that you underestimated them, watching as they navigate the fallout with a precision that makes you question your choices. The regret will settle in when you see them thriving, knowing you crossed someone who's not just loyal but brilliantly capable of outsmarting your mistake. 11. Their network is loyal too. Taurus folks don't just build strong bonds with you, they create a whole circle of people who are just as loyal and dependable as they are. Their friends, family, and colleagues are often a tight-knit crew, drawn to the Taurus's warmth and reliability like moths to a flame. When you betray a Taurus, you're not just losing them, you're risking the goodwill of their entire squad. These are the people who'll stand by their Taurus through thick and thin, and if you've crossed the line, don't be surprised if you feel a collective chill from their inner circle. You might find yourself excluded from gatherings you once took for granted or notice that mutual connections start keeping their distance. It's not that Taurus rallies their people against you, they don't need to. Their loved ones pick up on the vibe and choose their side naturally. You'll feel the sting of being on the outside, realizing you didn't just lose one incredible person but a whole community that valued you because of them, and that isolation will make you wish you'd never made that fateful choice. 12. They move on, for real. Taurus doesn't do fake fresh starts or half-hearted attempts at closure. When they're done, they mean it, and they move on with a purpose that's both inspiring and a little intimidating. After a betrayal, they'll dust themselves off, refocus their energy, and build a life that's even better than before, leaving you in their rearview mirror. You'll see them thriving, whether it's in their career, their relationships, or just their overall vibe, and it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. They're not pretending to be okay to make a point, they're genuinely rebuilding, and their resilience is a quiet kind of power. You might hope they'll look back, maybe miss you a little, but Taurus has a way of closing chapters completely. You'll be left watching from the sidelines, grappling with the sinking feeling that you pushed away someone who's now shining brighter without you, and that regret will burn every time you see their happiness unfold. 13. You'll miss their comfort. There's something about a Tanzania that feels like coming home. Their presence is a safe haven, a place where you can let your guard down and just be. They have a knack for creating moments that feel warm and effortless, like lazy Sunday mornings or quiet evenings filled with laughter and good food. But when you betray them, that comfort zone disappears, and you're left with a longing for the peace they brought into your life. You'll catch yourself reminiscing about the way they made every moment feel grounded, how their steady energy could calm even your most chaotic days. Without them, life feels a little less cozy, a little less secure, and you'll realize how rare it is to find someone who can make the world feel so soft and inviting. That absence will tug at your heart, a constant reminder of the sanctuary you lost, and you'll wish you could step back into their warmth just one more time. 14. They'll succeed without you. Taurus folks are built for success, with a work ethic that's as solid as granite and a determination that could move mountains. They set their sights on their goals and chip away at them with patience and grit, whether it's climbing the career ladder or building a life they're proud of. When you betray them, you don't just lose their trust, you lose a front row seat to their victories. They'll keep pushing forward, achieving milestones and racking up wins, and you'll be stuck watching from a distance, knowing you could have been part of their journey. Their success isn't about proving a point, it's just who they are, and they don't let betrayal slow them down. You'll feel a pang of envy mixed with regret every time you hear about their latest triumph, realizing you underestimated someone who was always destined to rise, and that realization will make you question why you ever thought betraying them was worth it. 15. Their love is rare. Falling in love with a Taurus is like discovering a hidden gem. It's steady, deep, and so beautifully rare that it changes you. Their love is a blend of sensuality, loyalty, and quiet strength, the kind that makes you feel cherished in a way you didn't know was possible. They show up with small, thoughtful gestures and a presence that feels like a promise, building a connection that's as enduring as it is intense. Betray them, and you're walking away from a love that's hard to find in a world full of fleeting sparks. You'll search for that same depth elsewhere, only to come up empty, realizing that what you had with them was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of magic. The regret will settle in when you're alone, thinking about the way they made you feel truly seen, and you'll wonder how you let something so extraordinary slip through your fingers. 16. Venus doesn't play. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and abundance, and that cosmic connection gives them a certain glow that's hard to ignore. They have a natural knack for attracting good things, great people, meaningful opportunities, and moments of pure joy. When you betray a Taurus, you're not just crossing them, you're tempting the universe to take their side. It's like the world knows they deserve better, and you might find yourself facing unexpected hurdles while they seem to glide through life with ease. It's not that they're casting spells or wishing you ill, Taurus is too grounded for that. But their Venusian energy has a way of aligning things in their favor, and you'll feel the cosmic shift when luck seems to lean their way instead of yours. You'll start to wonder if betraying them was a gamble you should have never taken, and that nagging doubt will stick with you. 17. They'll teach you a lesson. Taurus doesn't go looking for revenge, that's not their style, but they have a way of teaching you a lesson without lifting a finger. Their boundaries are like steel, set with a quiet confidence that forces you to face the consequences of your actions. When you betray them, they'll hold you accountable by simply living their truth, showing you what it means to stand firm in their values. You'll learn the hard way that crossing someone with their strength and integrity comes at a cost, whether it's losing their respect or seeing them thrive while you're stuck in the fallout. They don't need to say a word, their actions speak volumes, and you'll find yourself reflecting on your choices with a newfound respect for their power. That lesson will linger, a quiet reminder that you should have known better than to test a Taurus's resolve. 18. You'll always wonder, what if? Years down the line, long after the dust has settled, you'll find yourself thinking about the Taurus you lost. Their loyalty, their warmth, their unshakable strength, they'll haunt you in the quiet moments, a bittersweet memory of what could have been. You'll wonder what your life might have looked like if you hadn't betrayed them, if you'd held onto the bond that felt so solid and true. Maybe you'll see a post about their latest adventure or hear about their happiness through a mutual friend, and it'll spark a pang of longing for the connection you threw away. Taurus has a way of leaving a mark on your heart, and that, what if, will follow you like a shadow, a reminder of the incredible person you let slip away. You'll wish you could rewind time, but the truth is, betraying them was a choice you'll carry, and that lingering regret will be the final price you pay. So, there you have it, 18 reasons why betraying a Taurus is a choice that'll leave you with more than just a fleeting pang of guilt. From their rock-solid loyalty that's harder to find than a perfect sunset to the way they love with a depth that feels like a warm embrace, Taurus folks bring something truly special to the table. Their strength, their quiet resolve, and those unshakable boundaries they set when you cross them make it clear, hurting a Taurus isn't just a moment, it's a mistake that echoes through your life. You'll miss their steady presence when life gets shaky, crave the comfort of their cozy vibe on lonely nights, and kick yourself when you see them thriving without you, all while wondering how you let someone so incredible slip away. If you're lucky enough to have a Taurus in your life, whether they're your best friend, your partner, or that family member who's always got your back, hold them close. Cherish their heart, respect their trust, and don't learn these lessons the hard way. They're worth every ounce of effort it takes to keep them by your side. So, tell us, do you have a Taurus who lights up your world? Drop a comment below and share what makes them so unforgettable. Here's to celebrating the Taurus folks who make life richer, and to never, ever betraying them.